you ever look at your cat and wonder if you're actually speaking the same language? We provide the food, the shelter, and the occasional head scratch, but behind those glowing eyes is a predator running on an ancient code that most owners completely miss. Because cats are masters at hiding their vulnerability, they often suffer in silence. They don't bark when they're stressed or destroy your shoes when they're lonely. Instead, they send subtle signals, small shifts in behavior that, if ignored, can quietly break the bond of trust you've worked so hard to build. Today we are going deep. We are uncovering 21 cat behaviors you should never ignore. These aren't just quirks. They are messages from your cat's nervous system, and understanding them is the difference between having a pet that simply tolerates you and having one that sees you as their safe place in a big, scary world. 1. The good cat withdrawal. Most owners feel lucky when their cat is quiet and sleeps all day. We call them low maintenance or chilled out. But behaviorists warn that this is often a trap. In the wild, a cat's brain is wired for the hunt, the stalk, the chase, the pounce. When an indoor environment becomes a silent prison with no stimulation, your cat doesn't just get bored, they become mentally starving. If your cat has stopped engaging and just sleeps 16 hours a day, they might not be lazy, they might have simply given up. This withdrawal is a sign of depression-like symptoms that you should never ignore. 2. The slow blink, the peace treaty. Have you ever caught your cat staring from across the room and then slowly closing their eyes? Researchers call this the cat kiss. In the wild, closing your eyes in front of another animal is a massive vulnerability. It means you don't see them as a threat. If your cat offers this and you ignore it, or worse, stare back with wide eyes, you are accidentally sending a message of aggression. A study from the University of Sussex confirmed that returning a slow blink lowers a cat's cortisol levels. Never ignore this "I love you" in their language. 3. The 3:00 a.m. security sweep. The zoomers at 3:00 a.m. feel chaotic, but they aren't random. Cats are crepuscular, meaning they are most active at dawn and dusk, the hours when predators are on the move. When your cat sprints through the hallway and leaps onto the couch in the middle of the night, they are performing a security sweep of their territory. They are checking entry points and making sure the colony, which includes you, is safe. If this behavior is ignored or punished, you are discouraging their natural instinct to protect your home. 4. Suddenly stopping sleeping with you. If your cat has slept beside you for years and suddenly moves to the floor or another room, do not brush it off. Cats are creatures of habit. This sudden shift is often the first sign of physical pain, arthritis, or kidney strain. Because cats instinctively hide when they don't feel well to avoid being targeted by predators, a change in their sleeping routine is one of the only whispers they will give you before a medical issue becomes a crisis. 5. The belly trap, the vulnerability test. We've all done it. The cat rolls over, shows that soft belly, and we reach in for a rub only to get scratched. You must never ignore the meaning behind that belly. It is not an invitation. It is a sign of ultimate trust. By exposing their vital organs, they are saying, "I feel safe enough to be defenseless with you." When you grab at them, you are betraying that trust. Instead, acknowledge the gesture with a slow blink or a soft word, but leave the belly alone. 6. The midnight wellness check. If you've ever woken up to a soft paw tapping your nose or chest, your cat isn't just being annoying. Cats are hyper-aware of breathing patterns. When you fall into a deep sleep and your breathing slows, your cat may worry that you aren't responsive. That tap is a wellness check. They are confirming you are still alive and breathing. This behavior is only reserved for the people they are most bonded to. 7. Staring at nothing in the dark. It can be unsettling to see your cat locked onto an empty corner, but they aren't seeing ghosts. Cats hear frequencies up to 64,000 Hz. Humans stop at 20,000 and can see in light levels 6 times lower than we can. They are likely tracking a small insect, the sound of pipes settling, or even a mouse inside a wall. Never ignore this. It's your cat gathering data from a dimension of sound and light you simply cannot perceive. 8. The social stretch. If your cat stretches the moment you walk into the room, it's not just about tight muscles. Researchers call this a social stretch. It is a deliberate greeting meant only for you. Wild cats don't do this. It is a behavior evolved specifically for human bonding. If you walk past without acknowledging it, your cat learns that their signal doesn't reach you, and they may eventually stop trying to connect. 9. Stealing your seat. When your cat takes your spot the moment you stand up, they aren't stealing anything. They are seeking out your scent identity. Your seat is drenched in your natural oils and body chemistry, which literally calms their nervous system. By curling up there, they are wrapping themselves in you while you're gone. It is a profound sign that your scent is their safe place. 10. Direct eye contact, the accidental threat. While humans use eye contact for connection, your cat sees a prolonged, unblinking stare as a challenge or a threat. In their world, this is what happens right before a fight. If you notice your cat turning away or acting tense when you look at them, you are likely breaking an unspoken rule. Always soften your gaze and look away to signal that you are a friend, not a predator. 11. Biting during petting, the threshold. If your cat snaps at you while being petted, they aren't being moody. You likely crossed their neurological threshold. Their skin is loaded with nerve endings that can go from pleasant to unbearable in seconds, a condition called petting-induced overstimulation. Signs like a twitching tail tip, flattened ears, or rippling skin are warnings you must never ignore. If you ignore them, the bite is their last resort to get you to stop. 12. Bringing you gifts, the hunting lesson. When your cat drops a dead mouse or a toy at your feet, they are following an instinct to provide for the colony. In the wild, mother cats bring prey to their kittens to teach them how to survive. Because they see you as a really big, really clumsy cat who never hunts, they are stepping in to help you. Never punish them for this. It is one of the most selfless acts of love they can offer. 13. Hiding after you raise your voice. Yelling at your cat for knocking something off the counter is one of the most damaging things an owner can do. Cats don't process cause and effect like humans. They don't learn, I shouldn't do that. They learn, this person is unpredictable and unsafe. If your cat hides or flinches when you walk by after a scolding, you have broken their sense of security in their own home. 14. Licking you after conflict. If your cat starts licking your hands or face after you've been upset with them, it isn't just a quirky habit. In cat colonies, allogrooming is a tool used to reduce tension and repair social bonds. This act actually lowers the heart rate of both the cat and the human. It is a biological apology, and ignoring it tells your cat that their attempt at repair has failed. 15. Litter box avoidance. If your cat starts peeing outside the box, don't assume it's a behavior problem. It is often a location problem. Cats feel most vulnerable when using the bathroom. If their box is shoved in a dark corner or near a loud appliance, they are likely too scared to use it. They aren't being difficult. They are being driven by a survival instinct that tells them they are in a trap. 16. The human-only meow. Did you know adult cats almost never meow at each other? They developed this sound almost exclusively to communicate with humans. They realized we are deaf to their subtle body language and scent signals, so they brought back the sound they used as kittens to get our attention. Every meow is a deliberate attempt to talk to you specifically. Never ignore it as just noise. 17. Parallel presence, sitting near but not touching. If your cat comes into the room and sits 3 feet away but doesn't want to be petted, they aren't rejecting you. Behaviorists call this parallel presence. In cat language, simply sharing space is a high form of intimacy. They are choosing to be near you without the pressure of physical interaction. This quiet act of existing together is one of the strongest bonds cats form. 18. Making biscuits, the kneading ritual. When your adult cat kneads your lap with their paws, they are tapping into their earliest memories of nursing. It creates a sense of safety and comfort that traces back to their mother. By doing this on you, they are telling you that you have become their mother figure, a source of absolute security where they can finally let their guard down. 19. Standing guard while you sleep. Watch where your cat sits at night. If they face the door or the window, they are positioning themselves strategically. They understand that while you sleep, you are defenseless. Even a small house cat believes it is their job to stand watch over their colony. This isn't just staying warm, it is a predator instinct to guard their most valuable territory, you. 20. Winter laziness. In the colder months, owners often assume their cat is just resting more. However, cats are masters at hiding pain. That laziness might actually be arthritis flaring up from the cold or kidney strain from dehydration caused by the dry heat in your home. If your cat avoids jumping or stays in the same spot for hours, don't ignore it. It is often a sign of physical pain they are trying to mask. 21. Headbutting, bunting. When your cat presses their head into your hand or face, they are doing more than asking for pets. They have scent glands on their forehead and cheeks, and by headbutting you, they are marking you as part of their identity. They are merging your scent with theirs to tell the world, this person belongs to me. It is the ultimate ritual of scent mixing and social bonding. The hidden truth: your cat doesn't need you to be perfect. They don't need you to understand every single tail flick or ear twitch. What they need is for you to be their safe